Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. And today I want to talk about what I think is the best city for entry-level investment concerning real estate in the European Union. And that city is the city of Varna in Bulgaria. Now, I'd love to know how many of you actually heard of Varna, but I can vouch for this city. I've been there many times. It's a beautiful city on the Black Sea and a wonderful destination to go to. Now, in a previous video, I talked about Bulgaria in general and why I think it's a great place to invest. And I'll briefly touch on that. I touched on the low taxes. So if you look at capital gains tax, income tax, corporation tax, rental income tax are only 10%. Bulgaria also has one of the lowest total government debt to GDP ratios at around 20%. And in the European Union, only Estonia has a lower figure than this. So criticize Bulgaria all you want, and the Western media do that, but it sure knows how to manage its debt. Also, in the last few years, Bulgaria has been growing at a pretty good rate. So if you take 2015 to 2019, the GDP went up by 3% or more each year. In actual fact, wage growth each year was actually even higher than this. So Varna, so why Varna? Well, I love Varna, and I think a lot of statistics back it up. So Varna has a very low unemployment rate at below 4%, and it's got one of the highest GDP growths in Bulgaria. And what I also like about Varna are the diverse sectors in the economy. So although tourism, yes, tourism is the biggest earner, but you have other sectors as well, like real estate, manufacturing, shipping, which is really important on the Black Sea, financial services, insurance and banking. These are all sectors which bring in a lot of money to the Varna economy. What I also like about Varna is the educational system. So it's got some really good universities. So you've got the University of Economics, the Medical University of Varna, and also the Technical University of Varna. All three are very well-known universities in Bulgaria, and a lot of foreign students come to these universities to study as well. Varna also has some great transport links, so road, railway, sea, these are all play a major part. So you've got excellent roads which can take you from Varna into Romania. The railway links throughout the country are pretty good. So Varna is one of the main railway stations in Bulgaria. The sea is very important, so the shipping is and the naval base are actually in Varna. So this is really important. And it also has got an international airport with daily flights to cities, so London being one of them. Also, what I've noticed in Varna as well, and if you scour the internet, there's an increasing number of freelancers that work in Varna, digital nomads that are going to Varna. And why are they going to Varna? Because they love the climate there. It's got that excellent combination. So you have the sea and the city. So if you're looking for a city to live in, which has the sea as well, you've struck gold in Varna, and the prices are very low. So you can get, on average, property in Varna for under 1,000 euros per square meter. This is excellent. And if you're investing there as well, the yields are pretty good at an average of 5%. So even if you take net yields, even taking into account estate agent costs, whatever, you're looking at 4% net. And that's pretty good. It's higher than most other European countries. So even if you were to put zero down, your flat could be paid off within about 25 years just by those yields alone. And that's pretty rare in most Western European countries. Now, the World Bank in 2017 conducted a survey on Bulgaria and looked at the 6 major cities, including Varna, Sofia and Plovdiv. And actual fact, Varna came out on top for the best place to do business in Bulgaria. So it's even ahead of Sofia, despite the real estate prices being lower. Now, I think as well, going forward, a lot of people are going to go and live in Varna, not least because, as I said before, it's got that amazing combination between being in a city, but not too big a city, and the sea as well. The sea garden, if you've ever been to Varna, the sea garden is absolutely spectacular. So what you have is like a long park of 8 to 9 kilometers, and then you go down the steps and you've got the sea. So you've got an amazing combination of having a major park and the sea as well. So you can sunbathe and then go in the park and then have the actual advantages of living in a city as well. So in the European Union, how many cities are like that and with such low prices? So I give that as good reasons to invest in Varna. So, but where should you invest in Varna? There are 4 or 5 areas which are quite interesting. So the Greek Quarter is the most expensive area, but it's the place where most tourists go. It's a beautiful area full of restaurants, bars. You've got the Roman ruins as well, which are a major highlight of Varna. Where else? You've got the city centre. Now, the city centre is actually a little bit less expensive than the Greek Quarter, but it's a great place to invest because it's between what you have, the Economic University, and the Opera House, which I've been to, and you can see major opera quite cheaply. So that's a good place. I think that's possibly the best place to invest. Then you've got the Red Square area. So you've got Red Square, which is near the Medical University and the Varna University of Economics. So what's great about that? That's where a lot of students go. So you've got a lot of good nightlife, bars, restaurants as well. And you can easily, if you buy an apartment, you can easily rent it to students there. Also, what's interesting is around the cathedral. I love the Varna Cathedral. That is beautiful cathedral. And you can invest around there as well and get a good return. And Levski too, which is a lot cheaper than all the other areas I've mentioned, the Greek Quarter being the most expensive. Levski is a lot cheaper, but it's where a lot of young families go and where you've got the Technical University of Varna. So even if you buy there, you should be able to rent out. And I think these areas of Varna is where you're going to get most property appreciation. Now, there are other areas outside Varna which are nice as well. You've got Bris, where you can get buy apartments with sea views, but I think a lot of apartments are being built there. So for most value, I would stick to the central part. So the centre, the Greek Quarter, Red Square, and even Levski, which is a little bit outside the city centre, but I think there prices will appreciate in the future, and there's only a limited amount of space where you can build. So anyway, let me know your thoughts. It's a place where I think a lot of you younger people as well who've got 30, 40, 50,000 euros to invest and are looking for a real estate place around Europe to invest in, I think Varna comes out possibly one of the top, if not top places, if not the top place for those on a lower budget. And those of you who actually want to live in Varna and buy an apartment there, and I know a lot of you now work. I haven't done that, but I know a lot of you can work remotely. So if you're working remotely and want a cheap place to live, Varna is the best place, I think, in the European Union. Anyway, let me know your thoughts. I'll link in the video I did on Bulgaria as well. And it'll be great to know if any of you have heard of this city. Have you visited this city? I love this city. I think it's an undiscovered place where I think real estate will shoot up in the future. Anyway, thanks for watching this video. Please do click like on my videos. Please do subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.